jobs are being cut left, right, and center, and you've got a responsibility and an accountability, and also you've got the potential to generate income streams that you've got ownership over, that you've got control of, that if your job is cut, at least you can turn to those other income streams and still provide for your loved ones. So what can you do? There's a few things you can do. I just want to share these quickly. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I have got a book where I cover and go into much more detail about this. So I'm just going to give you 7 points. I'm not going to go into any detail. I'm just going to give you 7 points. Get your notepad and write these down. So point number 1 is get your mind right. When, get into that mindset where you're not dependent on your employer. You may have a job, you may be employed, but in your mind, you're not dependent on that employer. Your mindset is you are responsible. You're the responsible person for bringing in income into your home. And, once you start thinking like that and thinking, well, if my job was to go, what could I do? Things start to happen. You start to think differently, you see things differently, you look at opportunities differently. So just get your mind right. Secondly, get your house in order. Get your financial situation in order. Have a filing system. Just get rid of all the clutter in your house, because when you get to that point where your job is cut and you are at risk, any little thing out of place can cause conflict and confrontation. So just get your house in order. Like I said, have a filing system, have a sorting system where all the bills are over there. If you do need to find a bank statement or a mortgage statement, it's over there. If letters come in, open letters, you've got an in tray or something. Just have some type of system where there's order. You don't want to be in a chaotic situation or a chaotic household when you've got the pressure of redundancy or losing your job looming over your head. So get your house in order. Point number 3 about preparing for redundancy or preparing for a situation like that is to reduce your debt, or even better, get rid of all your debt. Now, we live in a society where debt is normal, debt is encouraged. Get a credit card, get it, buy now, pay later. Get a store card, put it on the store card. It's promoted, it's normal. But the majority of people's income is spent on paying off consumer debt. And if they didn't have that consumer debt, they would be in a much better financial situation. So if their hours were to be reduced, or if they were to lose a job, it would be easier to manage. So just get your finances in order and get out of debt. Clear off as much debt as possible. And again, like I said in my book, 7 Steps to Prepare You to Leave Work and Start Your Own Business, I go into much more detail about the process you can go through to do that. Point number 4 is start saving some money. Just have some savings put down. Just start saving some money, and just have like an emergency fund, whether it's £500, whether it's £1,000. Have an emergency fund that you can fall back on. So if your tumble dryer gives up the ghost, like ours decided to do this weekend, at least it's not a major issue. You've got an emergency fund to dip into to just deal with it. So start saving some money. Just put a bit down every week. If you're in a position where you're currently getting a salary, just take a bit out and put it away every month, every week. Just put some money down. You'll be surprised how quickly it builds up. I saw a post on Facebook recently, and it was basically saying it was a 52-week savings challenge. So obviously 52 weeks is a year, and what it said is every week, whatever week it is, that's how much you save. So week 1 you save £1, week 2 you save £2, and so forth. Week 30 you save £30, week 35 £35, and so on and so on. Week 52 you save £52. By the end of the year, you should have, I think it was around £1,732 or something like that. Quick, simple, and quite easy to do. So something to think about. Start saving some money. Point number 5 in preparing you to leave work is develop new skills. Just, if you've been given notice, if you've got 3 months before your job is cut, spend some time and energy, and even money if you need to, on developing some new skills, reading, researching. signing up for courses, doing online courses, joining membership groups, e-learning, etc., audio books, podcasts. Just start learning, start to develop new skills, look at new things, and just grow as a person. Because what you don't want to do is to find yourself in a situation where you're a one-trick pony and you're unemployable. So start to build your forte of skills and start growing and learning new things. So that's point number 5. Point number 6 is to build your personal profile. And when I say personal profile, I'm speaking predominantly about your online profile. Everyone's got a CV, and CVs end up on the desk on a pile with other CVs. What you should be looking to do is to really build and enhance your online profile, whether that's via LinkedIn, whether it's via all these social media platforms, whether it's setting up your own website, your own blog. You want to have a strong personal profile that sets you head and shoulders above others in your field. What you don't want to do is just to be an everyday Jack, where you turn up and you hand someone your CV, or you've got nowhere to point to say, well, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I offer. Go and check out my website, or check out my LinkedIn profile. And they go there, and there's a strong presence. So spend some time working on and building up your personal profile, specifically your online presence. If you have got a Facebook page, if you've got any social media profiles, look at them through different eyes. Look at them through the eyes of a potential business partner or a potential future employer who would look at it. And what would they think? What would they see? Oftentimes, we put stuff on there and, we cringe. Just think to yourself, if my personal profile was to be shown at an ex-business meeting on a big screen, what are the things you'd want to take away from that? So work on your personal profile. And lastly, step number 7 in preparing to leave work and put yourself in a stronger position is to start building your business. Don't wait. That was the news I was given, and the wise advice I was given was, Tony, don't wait until you've lost your job until you start building your business. Start now. Start as soon as possible. Someone said, and it's a famous quote, they said that, when's the best time to plant a tree? And the answer is 20 years ago. When's the second best time to plant a tree? The answer is today. So start doing what you can do today. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till 2 weeks time, 2 months time. Don't wait till you leave your job or you're forced out of your job before you start taking real action to put things in place. So those are some things to consider. Like I said, it's a serious time. Jobs are being cut left, right, and center, and you don't want to get left out in the cold. So just think about that. If you do want to find out more about the steps you can take to prepare yourself to leave work, then if you go over to tonylbrown.com/my free guide, I've got a free ebook on there for you to download, which is called 7 Steps to Prepare You to Leave Work and Start Your Own Business. And I go into much more detail about the things you can do to prepare you to make that transition. Don't be left out in the cold.